Okay, so good day, grade 10. Welcome back to another exciting science lesson. Today we will learn about writing a chemical equations. Before we begin, I hope you have already mastered our previous topic because it will help you understand today's lesson even better. Are you excited? I am Sir Wowie, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss any of our video lessons. Ready to become a chemical equation experts? All right, let's get started. So, like what I've said earlier, our topic for today is about chemical equations. Okay, so I will teach you on how to write, a chemical equation in Word and in a chemical formula. Okay, so for our learning competency, recognize that scientists use chemical equations to describe chemical reactions. So it is very clear, okay, in the learning competency that scientists use, chemical equations for them to easily describe a particular chemical reactions. And by using a chemical equations, we can clearly visualize a particular reactions. Okay, letter B, write equations in word form and use formulas for common chemical reactions. Okay, so for the learning objectives, recognize that scientists use chemical equations to describe reactions, write chemical equations in word form, use chemical formulas in writing equations, and identify reactants and products in a reaction. Appreciate the importance of chemical equations in daily life. Okay, so for our short review, so question, what happens? Okay, what happens when wood burns? Okay, vinegar is mixed with baking soda and iron rust. Okay, so these three scenarios is clearly an example of a chemical reactions. But what I'm asking is what happens? Okay, when wood burns? Okay, when wood burns, it produces what? It produces heat. Aside from heat, it produces light, smoke, and ash. Okay, so in that particular substances, new substances like carbon dioxide and ash are formed. So in that case, it is clearly an example of a chemical reaction because a new substance is formed. Vinegar is mixed with baking soda. What about this one? Okay, so it produces bubbles of gas, okay, a carbon dioxide causing fizzing and bubbling. Okay, so in that particular scenario, a new substance is formed, the carbon dioxide. Okay, iron rust. Okay, iron rust. Ayan. So iron reacts with oxygen and water in the air, forming a reddish brown substance called rust. Okay, so it is clearly stated in the statement that when iron reacts to oxygen, okay, and water in the air, it forms a new substances or substance rather, which is reddish brown or in short rust, okay, or iron oxide. Okay, so these are all chemical reactions because new substances are formed. Okay. So in a chemical equations, in writing a chemical equations, we need to consider several factors. I know. So this is the question. Why do scientists use chemical equations? Ano ba yung pinaka reason why scientists use the chemical equations instead of describing what happened, okay, uh what do you call this substances involved and the products involved. Why use chemical equations? Okay, sige. So the answer is scientists use chemical equations to describe the reactions clearly. Okay, for us to easily understand, okay, the reactions and to easily visualize what are the substances involved in the reactions. Show substances involved. Okay, like what I've said, to show the different substances involved in a particular reactions and then predict the products. Okay, so using a chemical equations, okay, we can easily predict the product, okay, of that reaction and then communicate universally. So for us to have a uniform standard of writing for a particular reaction. Kasi pag puro words lang or description para ang hirap. Ano? Baka kasi when you are describing a particular reaction, you can add words or words which is not necessary for that. But by using a chemical equation, standard form, okay, that's it. Like for example, hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, that's the standard. What are the standard symbol for that, or what do you call this word? Okay, kung ano yung standard symbol, yun lang yung gagamitin natin. Unlike kung wala tayong ganito, it's very hard to communicate easily, especially for scientists. Ano? Ayan. So, for our activity number one, equation detective, crack the code. So, for the objectives, identify and understand the parts of a chemical equation by assembling and labeling a jumbled equation. Okay, so students will act as a chemistry detectives who must solve a scrambled chemical equation by arranging the pieces in the correct order and labeling each part, reactants, products, arrow, and a plus sign to reveal the correct chemical reaction. So, again, before that, what is a chemical equation? So, a chemical equation shows what happens in a chemical reaction. So, the chemical equation only show or tell us, okay, what happened in a particular reaction. And a chemical equation is made up of different parts. Like, for example, the first part is known as the reactants. So, what is a reactants? A reactants is the starting substance found on the left side. Okay, pag sinabi nating reactants, ito yung initiator. Okay, the starting point. Because of this, okay, new substances is formed. Without reactants, wala po tayong new substance na mabubuo. Okay. Another, the products. Of course, the products. Okay, yun yung factor for us to tell that there is a chemical reaction if a new substances is formed. Okay, and it is if the reactant is found on the left side, the product is found on the right side. Okay. And then the arrow. Okay, lagi natin nakikita may arrow, ano? So, arrow means yields or produces, showing the direction of the reaction. Okay, so yung arrow natin, ang ibig sabihin natin is produces. The reaction, when the reactant reacts, okay, it produces. Okay, and then yung arrow, it shows the direction of the reaction. Okay, and then a plus sign. Commonly, we can see this at the beginning. Ano? So, the plus sign means react. Okay, or let's say, may nakita tayong O plus H. Okay, yung plus sign natin is, ang ibig sabihin na natin nun ay react. Let's say, oxygen reacts to hydrogen. Okay, parang ganon. Ayan. Ayan. So, this is the jumbled chemical reaction. Let us arrange it first. Okay, so two hydrogen gas molecule or two hydrogen, yes, hydrogen gas molecule reacts to oxygen gas. Okay, produces, okay, two molecules of water. Okay, ayan. So, what type of chemical reaction is this? Correct. It's a combination reaction because we just combine hydrogen and oxygen. Sino nagsabing combustion? Wala pong combustion dyan ha because wala namang na-form na carbon dioxide or any other factors for us to tell that it's a combustion. So definitely it's just a combination reaction. Okay, so here this is the correct chemical equation. Okay, two molecules of hydrogen gas reacts to oxygen gas produces two molecules of water. Okay, so in this case or in this part, okay, let us first identify the reactant. Okay, so the reactant is hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, which can be found on the left side. Okay, the hydrogen and oxygen is the reactant. Okay, or the substance reacts together to form the new substance. So the product is very clear. It's H2O or the water. Okay, sige. For our second activity, reactants versus products sorting challenge. So, identify and differentiate reactants and products in a chemical reaction. The class will be divided into 5 groups to sort mixed reaction cards into reactants and products using a sample chemical equation. Record their answers on manila paper and present one sentence explanation for checking and feedback by the teacher. Okay, so these are the equation cards. The first one, hydrogen reacts. Diba? Sabi natin yung plus, ang ibig sabihin is react. Hydrogen reacts to oxygen, produces. Okay, yung arrow natin, okay, ang ibig sabihin produces water. Okay, so in that equation, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. Let us first identify the reactant. So in this case, the reactants are hydrogen and oxygen, and the product is water. Okay, ayan. So it's a combination reaction, right? Okay, what about sodium reacts to chlorine, produces sodium chloride? So in this case, sodium reacts with chlorine to form sodium chloride. What is the reactant? Okay, sodium and chlorine. And the product? Sodium chloride. Okay. What about carbon reacts to oxygen, produces carbon dioxide? Okay, it means carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Okay, so reactant carbon and oxygen, product carbon dioxide. Okay, so number 4, iron reacts to oxygen, produces iron oxide or also known as rust. So iron reacts with oxygen to form iron oxide, also called rust. What is the reactant? Correct, iron and oxygen, and the product is rust or iron oxide. Okay, so magnesium reacts to oxygen, produces magnesium oxide. Okay, so what is the reactant here? When magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. So the reactants are magnesium and oxygen, and the product is magnesium oxide. Okay, so hopefully medyo na-refresh naman tayo. Okay, it's very easy to identify the reactant and the product. Okay, so for our activity number 3, build the word equation activity. Identify reactants and products and correctly form word equations from given word cards. Arrange the word cards to form correct chemical word equations and identify the reactants and products for each reaction. Okay, so before we proceed in our activity, what is a word equation? So a word equation shows a chemical reaction using the names of the substances instead of symbols or formulas. So dito mga anak, in writing a word equation, we will use the name. Okay, the name of that particular element or substances instead of using symbols. Okay, so if you're familiar with the periodic table, nandun yung mga symbols ng mga elements, and then nandun din yung mga pangalan nila. So in writing a word equation, we will use their names. Okay, yung names mismo, not the symbol. Okay, is that clear? Okay. So, important parts in writing a word equation. Dapat laging may reactants. Okay, the substances present before the reaction happens. And then the product, the new substance or the new substance is formed after the reaction. And then the important symbols like the plus sign, which means reacts, and then arrow, which means produces or forms. Okay, for example, iron reacts to oxygen, produces iron oxide. So it's very clear that the reactants are iron and oxygen, and the product is iron oxide. Okay, so how to write a word equation? So follow these easy steps. The first step, identify the reactants. So in writing a word equation, you have to first find or identify the reactants. Okay, reactants. Okay. So, ano ba yung tinatawag nating reactants? So, reactants are the substances present before the reaction happens. The initial substances. Okay, without them or without these substances, okay, there is no reaction. Okay, so next, identify the products. The second one, after finding or identifying the reactant, of course, you have to identify the products. So what is a product? So products are the new substances formed after the reaction. And then for step 3, write the names with plus sign. Use the plus sign between the reactants and the arrow means produces or forms. Okay, so build the word equation. So we have magnesium, oxygen, magnesium oxide. Okay, so what you're going to do is to first find the reactants, okay, and then find the products, and then write the word equation. So for this one, the answer is okay. So the reactants are magnesium and oxygen. The product is magnesium oxide. So word equation, magnesium, you just have to add plus sign. Magnesium reacts to oxygen, then add arrow, produces magnesium oxide. It's very easy to write a word equation. So, sir, saan po namin nakuha yung mga names? Very, nandun na, given na din. Ano? Okay, what about this one? Hydrogen, oxygen, water. Okay, so the reactants are hydrogen and what oxygen, and the products is water. So for word equation, hydrogen, add plus sign, oxygen, then add arrow sign, which means produces water. What about this one? Sodium chlorine and sodium chloride. Okay, so for the reactants, we have sodium and chlorine. And for the products, we have sodium chloride. And for the word equation, sodium, okay, just add plus sign, which means reacts to chlorine, and arrow, which means produces sodium chloride. Okay, what about this one? Calcium, oxygen, and calcium oxide. So the reactants we have calcium and oxygen. The products we have calcium oxide. For the word equation, just like what we did before, calcium add plus sign which means reacts to oxygen, add arrow which means produces calcium oxide. Napakadali, di ba? Okay, very easy yung pagsusulat. We have zinc, sulfur, and zinc sulfide. Okay, identify the reactants, the products, and write the word equation. So for the reactants, we have zinc and sulfur. For the products, we have zinc sulfide. And for the word equation, okay, zinc and then add plus sign as reacts to means reacts to sulfur and add arrow which means produces zinc sulfide. Okay, sige. So activity number 4, build the formula equation activity. We are done in writing the word equation. Now we will proceed in writing the formula equation. So write correct chemical formula equations by identifying the reactants and the products of each reaction. Okay, so complete the formula equations by writing the correct chemical formulas for the reactants and products. Okay. Ayan. So, sige, for our activity discussion, what is a formula equation? So, a formula equation uses chemical symbols. In a word equation, we uses the names. Okay. Here, a formula equation uses chemical symbols and formulas instead of words to show chemical reactions. Okay, scientists use formula equations because they are shorter, more accurate, and understood worldwide. Actually, yung ating formula equation, mga anak, okay, is one of the most shorter and most accurate because, okay, there are, what do you call this? There are parts, okay, of a reaction or chemical reaction which cannot, okay, easily seen in word equation. But in a chemical equation, it is clearly seen or clearly shown. Okay, nakikita natin like for example the subscript, okay, the coefficient, okay, mga ganun ano. So in a formula equation, okay, napaka clear, accurate at mas madaling maintindihan. But the easiest the word equation because you just have to write their names. Okay, so anyway, so how to write a formula equation? So in writing a formula equation, replace names with formulas. Like for example, oxygen. Instead of writing oxygen, you just have to write the symbol of oxygen, which is O. Instead of writing hydrogen, the name of the element, you just have to use its symbol, which is H. Okay, instead of writing iron, IRON, you just have to write the symbol of iron, which is Fe. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so change the substance names into their chemical formulas. Okay, like what I've said, iron is Fe. Okay, capital F and small e. You just have to be careful in writing the symbol of a particular element. Okay, if the element or if the symbol of the element contains two letters, the first letter should be in capital or capitalized, and then the second letter should be written in a small or lower case. Pag yun ay parehas capital, mamamali kayo. Okay, kasi wala tayong rule na ganon. Another, we have oxygen gas. You have to be specific as well. Okay, there is an oxygen. Okay, but there is a word gas. Okay, oxygen itself in the periodic table, the symbol of oxygen is O. But if we encounter the word oxygen gas, it should be written as O2 because oxygen gas, the formula of oxygen gas is O2. Another thing, like for example, ozone. Okay, ozone. Okay, the chemical formula of ozone is O3. Okay, something like that. We have to be specific. Okay, and then, sir, paano po kayo namin malalaman yung mga ganyang symbols? Kasi, what if there is a subscript, right? When I say subscript, yung mga numbers na nandiyan. Okay, what if there is a subscript? How can we identify those, sir? Okay, actually, hindi ko naman yung pahihirapan or hindi naman siya totally required. But, if yung teacher natin is merong mga chart, pwede nyo yung gawing reference. So, the product, okay, like for example, the product na written as, let's say, iron or Fe2O3, okay, so because that is the accepted chemical formula of iron oxide. So, yung product natin na Fe2O3, that's the chemical formula or the standard formula of iron oxide. Okay, hindi natin yun pwedeng baguhin. Okay, pero kung may chart, okay, to determine the correct chemical formula of compounds mga anak, pwede natin gamitin yung periodic table, and then pwede rin tayong gumamit ng mga reference tables found in science books. So, kung medyo mabait, ay, hindi naman, okay. Yung ating mga teacher is medyo, what do you call this? Paano ko ba i-describe? Kung yung ating mga teacher is very prepared or hindi naman prepared, ano kung ang ating mga teacher is maraming resources, pwede silang makapag-provide ng mga charts, tables, or reference ninyo para madali ninyong masulat or yung ating mga chemical formula. Okay, or equation. Or si teacher pwedeng magbigay ng isang bond paper, nakalist yung mga chemical formula, at yun doon lang siya kukuha ng mga ipapatest sa inyo. Okay, pwede rin yan. Okay, ano po, pero mostly naman mga teacher ang ginagamit na samples, especially sa exam, gusto madadali lang naman para hindi naman kayo lituhin hindi naman yung purpose namin is lituhin kayo. Uh, um uh, what's our purpose is for us to see kung naintindihan niyo talaga 'yon. Okay, it's not necessary naman na talagang magda-dive deeper tayo. Okay, to the max So second step, write the correct symbols. Make sure the symbols and subscripts are correct. Example, oxygen gas is O2, not just O. Just remember that. Okay, kapag sinabi kong oxygen lang, edi O, pero pag oxygen gas, it should be written as O2. Hydrogen gas, it should be written as H2. Something like that. Step 3, use plus and arrow. Plus sign means reacts with, and arrow means produces. Okay, so for example, in a word equation, iron reacts to oxygen gas, produces iron oxide. So in a formula equation, what is the symbol of iron? Fe, capital F and small e, then plus sign, which means reacts with oxygen gas. Okay, nakita natin, oxygen gas, it should be written as O2, produces iron oxide. Hanapin natin sa table yung iron oxide. Kung may charts na binigay sa inyo sa teacher. Sir, saan po namin nga nakuha yung Fe2O3? Yun nga, hahanapin natin yung substance na yun sa chart. Okay. Pero kung wala, for example, si teacher na chart or table, pwede rin namang ituro ni teacher kung paano yan nakuha by balancing the charges. Okay, balancing nga. I'm not pertaining to balancing equation, the charges itself. Okay, mas madali yun. Okay. So, pwede naman din yung ituro yan. So, kung walang chart lang or table. Sige, let's proceed on formula equation. So, word equation. Zinc reacts to sulfur, produces zinc sulfide. So, for the formula equation, okay, this is the formula equation. So, tingnan natin, what is the formula of zinc in your periodic table? It's capital Z and small n. Reacts or plus, okay, to sulfur. What is the symbol of sulfur? S, capital S. Produces zinc sulfide. Okay, tingnan natin sa table yung zinc sulfide kung nandun. Okay. Reactants, zinc and sulfur products, zinc sulfide. What about this one? In word equation, aluminum reacts to oxygen, okay, produces aluminum oxide. Okay. So, sir, paano naman po ito? Wala po tayong, sa word equation is oxygen lamang. Pero dapat clear lagi tayong oxygen gas, para hindi malito din naman ang mga bata. Pero minsan kasi talaga man, kahit oxygen yan, minsan ang nasusulat ay O2. Pero dito, sige, para hindi kayo malito. Okay, lagyan natin ng gas. Ayan. So, sige. Okay, clear na. Okay. Ayan, maluwag na sa loob. Aluminum reacts to oxygen gas, produces aluminum oxide. So for the formula equation, Al for aluminum and O2 for oxygen gas. And hanapin natin sa chart yung aluminum oxide. Okay, clear? So Al2O3. And for the word equation, potassium reacts to bromine, produces potassium bromide. Okay, for the formula equation, what is the formula or symbol of potassium? It's K, capital K. Then plus sign and Br2. Okay, ito naman ay bromine gas. Okay, or Br2. Dapat kasi complete. Ano? So, o produces, okay, potassium bromide. Okay, sige. Reactants natin, potassium and bromine. And for the products, potassium bromide. Okay, for the word equation, on my oxygen ulit, alam niyo na yung susulat. Copper reacts to oxygen gas, produces copper oxide. Okay, so for the formula, copper, Cu, okay, reacts to oxygen gas, produces copper oxide. Okay. Alam niyo yung reactants, copper and oxygen, and then the products, copper oxide. Yeah, nitrogen and hydrogen. May hydrogen dyan, produces ammonia. Okay, so nitrogen gas, okay, plus hydrogen gas produces ammonia. Okay, so what is the formula equation? N2 plus H2 produces NH3 or ammonia. So hanapin niyo na lang yung substance sa chart na bibigay ni teacher. Okay, next. Okay, ito pala mga anak na N2H2, ito yung mga diatomic molecules. Okay, diatomic molecules. Okay, sige, next. So for the common chemical formulas, ito yung mga common chemical formulas, oxygen gas, okay, O2, carbon dioxide, CO2, sodium chloride, NaCl, hydrogen, H2, or pwede rin namang H, okay, pag H2, H, hydrogen gas, okay, it's a diatomic molecules, water, H2O. That's the common symbol. Okay, for the generalization, chemical equations are useful in many real-life situations because they help explain how substances change during chemical reactions. Okay, so chemical equations are useful in many real-life situations because they help explain how substances change during chemical reactions. Okay, tandaan natin, mas madali. Okay, pag meron tayong mga chemical equations and symbols na ginagamit. In cooking, chemical reactions help food bake. Okay, cook and change flavor or texture in medicine and industry. In medicine and industry, chemical equations are used to create medicines, soaps, plastics, and other useful products. They are also important in agriculture and environmental science because they help improve plant growth and study pollution and other environmental problems. Okay, sige. So we are done on this. Let's proceed on formative assessment. But before that, I just want to clarify something. Okay, kanina baka nagkaroon tayo ng kalituhan. Sige, mag-add tayo ng shapes. Okay, ayan. Okay. Sir, kanina po, yung mga element like bromine, okay, hydrogen, nitrogen, ang nasan doon lang po sa kanilang word equation is let's say ganito mga anak. Nitrogen, okay, plus, okay, hydrogen. Okay, produces. Okay, let's say, word ko na lang to, wala akong arrow. Produces, maghanap pa tayo ng arrow na lang. Okay, this one na lang. This is the word equation earlier para tayo ay clear ano. Ayan, this is the word equation earlier and this is the chemical formula. Okay, so see the difference. See the difference. This is what you are going to remember mga anak. Okay? So para tayo hindi malito. Ayan. So dito mga anak, walang sinabing nitrogen gas or hydrogen gas. Pero pagdating sa chemical formula is N2 and H2, right? Okay. Because mga anak, okay, may mga elements sa periodic table na when they exist in our environment, they are naturally diatomic molecules. Mga diatomic molecules so kaya mga natural state. For example, nitrogen. Okay. In natural environment, diatomic molecules sila. Kaya pag sinusulat sila, N2. Okay. Kasama ang hydrogens. May mga element naman na hindi diatomic molecules. Like for example, magnesium. Okay, magnesium. Okay. Ang magnesium, hindi po natin siya pwedeng lagyan ng 2. Okay, kasi hindi naman siya diatomic molecule. Sir, paano po namin malalaman yung mga diatomic elements? Okay, ito lang tandaan natin mga anak. Okay, ito yung ating mnemonics. B, R, or I, N, okay, C, okay, I, H, O, F. Okay, so tandaan natin itong CL rather to CL. BRINCLHOF. So ito yung mga diatomic molecules lamang na mga elements sa periodic table na kapag nakita ninyo sa isang reaction na nandito lang kahit walang gas na word, okay, it should be written as Br2, I2, N2, Cl2, H2, O2, or F2. Okay, the rest na elements na sa periodic table, okay, pag nakita nyo lang na ganyan lang yung pangalan, let's say magnesium, ay di Mg lang. Wag na kayong magdagdag ng subscript na to. Pero itong mga bukod tanging element na bromine, iodine, nitrogen, chlorine, hydrogen, oxygen, and fluorine, kahit walang naka-indicate na gas, let's say nitrogen gas, kahit walang nakaganyan na indicate, it should be written as N2 because they are diatomic molecules in a natural setting. Nako ha. Okay, the rest na elements, okay, ay isusulat na ng symbol nila without special exemption. Okay? So hopefully I clarify something. Okay? Kung hindi nalito naman hopefully. Okay, thank you so much, grade 10. Okay? So let's proceed on the formative assessment. So for the instructions, write the correct formula equation, identify the reactants and products. Okay, so yung mga diatomic molecules naman kasi mga anak, na-discuss na yan nung grade 8 kayo. So it should be dapat alam niyo na. Okay, 'di ba? Pero hindi nga pala kayo nagmatatag. So anyway, ayan. So write the correct formula equation. Start muna tayo sa formula equations and then identify the reactants and products. So hydrogen reacts to chlorine. O mga diatomic molecules yan mga anak. Produces hydrogen chloride. Okay, so it should be written as H2 plus Cl2 then produces HCl. Okay, so hanapin natin sa chart yung symbol ng hydrogen chloride. Napakadali naman, HCl lang. So reactants, H2Cl2 or hydrogen and chlorine. The product is HCl. Okay, so next, magnesium reacts to oxygen, produces magnesium oxide. O meron tayong isang diatomic molecules, oxygen. Okay, next. Ayan, so magnesium, o tingnan niyo yung magnesium, hindi siya diatomic, walang special exemption. Magnesium reacts to oxygen gas, produces magnesium oxide. Reactants natin, magnesium, oxygen, and then the product is magnesium oxide. So calcium plus or reacts to chlorine, produces calcium chloride. Okay, may diatomic elements din ulit tayo or molecules dyan, the chlorine, ano. So Ca reacts to Cl2, produces CaCl2 or yung ating reactants is calcium and chlorine. The product is calcium chloride. Aluminum produce or reacts to bromine, produces, okay, aluminum bromide. Okay, meron ba tayong diatomic elements or molecules dyan? The bromine, ano? So, Al plus Br2 produces AlBr3, okay, or aluminum bromide. Reactants is aluminum and bromine, and product is aluminum bromide. Okay, iron reacts to sulfur, produces iron sulfide. So, we have, okay, um, Fe plus S produces or iron reacts to sulfur produces iron sulfide. Okay, reactants natin is iron sulfur. Product iron sulfide. Okay, next. Okay, ito naman, write the correct word equation. So, word equation naman tayo. So, hydrogen, okay, reacts to chlorine, produces HCl. So in word equation, hydrogen reacts to chlorine, produces hydrogen chloride. Wala na pong mga subscript dito. Mas madali sa word, reactants, hydrogen and chlorine, product hydrogen chloride. Sige. Next, Mg plus O2 or magnesium reacts to oxygen, produces magnesium oxide. Okay. So, magnesium reacts to oxygen, produces magnesium oxide. Ang reactants natin, magnesium and oxygen. Ang product natin is magnesium oxide. Calcium reacts to chlorine, produces CaCl2 or calcium chloride. Okay, so calcium plus chlorine produces calcium chloride. Reactants, calcium and chlorine, product calcium and chloride. Okay, so or aluminum reacts to bromine, produces AlBr3 or aluminum bromide. Para na, ano na natin yun kayo. Ano, aluminum reacts to bromine, produces aluminum bromide, reactants aluminum and bromine. Product aluminum bromide. Lastly, we have iron. Okay, reacts to sulfur, produces iron sulfide. Okay, so this one, iron reacts to sulfur, produces iron sulfide. Reactants, iron and sulfur. Product is iron sulfide. So hopefully naman is maayos. Ano, puwede niyo naman 'tong balik-balikan, puwede niyong i-screenshot, okay? Hopefully naman medyo nagkaroon tayo ng kalinawan, okay, on how to write a word and a formula equation. Thank you so much, grade 10, and see you po sa ating next lesson which is the conservation of mass.